everybody, welcome back to the Claremont Classic Garage. Today we're going to start doing some more odd jobs. The first thing we got to do is change the outdoor light on the end of our shop. This here is the one in question. It's a dusk till dawn LED light, and this week it just started all night. It flashes on and off. I kind of get the feeling there's something wrong with the photocell. So we're going to get it down from there and replace it with a new one that we bought. We've already gone ahead and shut down the breaker for that light, so we can go ahead and pull it off the wall. You can see here the old light compared to the new light. I don't know if the much larger size of the new light means it'll throw out a lot more light, but hey, you never know. So we'll go ahead and prepare it and get it hung up. It's also going to stick out from the building a little further, which is good. It probably should be mounted on an arm, I guess, but it's never been mounted on an arm, so we're going to not mount it on an arm. They give us about 3 feet of cord because they think we're going to mount it on an arm, which we are not. So we're going to snip this off, strip the insulation off it, and we'll hook it up that way. We got all our connections made and the closure panel installed. Now we've got it hung back up. Thankfully, it's the same bolt pattern as the old light. We'll just tighten up the screws, and then all we got to do is wait until nighttime and see how she works. There we are, all done. Now, the other thing I'm going to do while I'm out here, this motion light on the front, the one bulb is burned out. So what we're going to do is just change them both, because I have another bulb, but it doesn't really match. So we'll just change them both. Oh, that's our lights fixed. Why this stuff always happens in the middle of winter, I'll never know. But my fingers are frozen, I can tell you that much. Well, I have to say I'm very impressed with our new light. Look at that. Lights up this whole area perfectly. I could even check the oil and stuff in the car at night. That's awesome. You couldn't ask for a worse day for your snow shovel to break, could you? But ours broke, so I guess we have to whittle down the end of this a little bit so we can get it down in there and put a couple of new screws in it, and it'll be as good as new. There we are. There's all the junk out of there. I just ran the drill down, a 3/8 drill, kind of put a bunch of holes right through it, and that weakened it up enough that we could pull it. It's all rotten. It's still even soggy, you know. It's all right. We'll start new. Now I'll use my plane and just start putting a bit of I'll work my way around it and put a bit of a taper on it. That's good. Now we can drive it in and set it with some screws. This is a nice plane. I have had this thing for very, very many years. What a nice tool this is. Anyway, there's our shovel fixed, ready for duty. Thank goodness, we're supposed to get about, I don't know, I think about 8 inches of snow overnight tonight. So we'll be using it in the morning. Here's our next little job. Our snowplow seems to have a flat tire. So we'll pull it off and see if we can figure out what's going on with it. I already blew it up once and it went flat again in a day. So there's something wrong. I got the tire off and I've checked all around the inside of it to make sure there's nothing. That's nice, there's a chunk of bead pulled off it. But I've checked around inside here to make sure there's nothing poking through that would have jabbed our inner tube, and there's nothing. Unfortunately, when I took it off, the machine grabbed the tube and destroyed it. Lucky for us, we've got a spare. Yeah, ouch. It'd take a big patch to fix that one, eh? We'll just put it in the circular file. Here's our new good used one, sitting on the shelf. I'll just leave it sit here for a little bit and make sure it stays inflated. I don't hear anything coming out of it, so I'm pretty sure this is all right. I'm going in for dinner now. One of Deb's famous spaghetti dinners. And then I'll come back out and we'll put her back together.
They have a 10-year warranty and Helix even is fine.
All right, all went together nice. Seems good. We'll just put a cap on the valve and we can throw it back on the tractor. That's all better. We'll see what it looks like in the morning. It might go down a bit overnight as there could be air trapped between the tube and the inside of the tire. Common in a tube tire situation. And it'll slowly bleed out and equalize, and then you'll have to reinflate it. But once you do that, it's good. Anyway, all we can do is wait and see what it looks like in the morning. Well, you look at that. Our tire passed the very stringent Claremont Classic Garage Leave It Overnight test with flying colors. Guess she's good to go. Well, here we go again. It's been quite a winter so far for weather. Let me turn this down. We're going out now to clean up big major dump number 8. And on top of that, we've had 3 ice storms and 3 rain events that were significant enough for Environment Canada to issue a rain warning. It's been quite a winter. This came last night, probably about 8 inches of it. It's hard to tell exactly how much because it was swirling around so much, but there's quite a bit down. Well, here we go. I got this big drift right across the front of the garage. Look at that. I had to dig my way to the door. Now you can see there how much we're cutting through. It's getting deeper as we go out. Alright, see you when I'm done. Well, that's that all cleaned up. That was nasty stuff because it was cold and it was windy and blowing, and it's that kind of powdery snow. And when it blows and drifts, it kind of, the friction of the snowflakes rubbing on each other kind of sticks them together, and it makes it, it's almost like styrofoam. The snow becomes crusty all the way down to the bottom. That's why when you get buried in an avalanche, you can't get out. As strange as it sounds, it seems like it's only snow. I'm glad I've never been buried in an avalanche, but plenty of people have. But hey, we got it all cleaned up. Now we can get back to doing goofing around stuff in the garage. Well, there's another load of odd jobs done. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Hope you'll come and join us again. And until then, this is Kevin saying so long from the Claremont Classic Garage.